Hello again and welcome back if you're new here to another episode of Drawing Your Original Characters. And for today I chose 3 characters that you guys sent me to my email, and I think they're all really cute, so I'm basically going to be drawing them. And if you do not know how to send me your characters, just send me to my email on the screen or my Pinterest, which I'll link in the comments if you ask. So the first character is sent to me by Crazy Potatoes, and their OC is called Laurie, and I'm going to just talk a bit about her backstory and then I'll just talk about other things. So for the actual information for Laurie, all I got was that she liked hanging out with her pet rats. So that's really cute. Also, this OC was kind of difficult to draw for some reason, probably because it was at the bottom of the page, so that means why it was probably hard for me, but it does look quite rough right now, but it does get better after the colouring process. And honestly, the colouring was really fun to do, as I normally don't really enjoy colouring, but this was actually surprisingly fun to colour, which is really good, and somehow the colouring kind of saved it. It does look kind of rough at the end, but I do think that the colouring has somehow saved it, which for some reason the colouring process always saves my drawing if the line art turned out, but sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it does. So if you ever draw something and you just absolutely hate how the line art looks, at least try to colour it, because you never know, you might actually save it. So yeah, that's a little tip from me. So yeah, this is also a bit random, but I actually haven't drawn in a few weeks, as the actual sketch was done around 3 weeks ago at the time I'm editing this, and I only just finished it pretty recently, and as you can see when I actually finished this in April. So yeah, that drawing is kind of old, but it is good that I managed to edit it. I'm like rambling now, so I'm gonna stop. This drawing was surprisingly quick, as I only think it took me around 10 minutes to colour, which is really quick for me considering that I'm a pretty slow colourer. But it was really fun to colour, as the actual OC was really simple, and I also forgot that she had purple tips at the end, so I did have to go back over it. So yeah, at the top I decided to use a warmer sort of pink colour underneath as a base layer, because I just wanted to experiment with hues, which is something that can be really fun and interesting to do, so feel free to experiment with that. And yeah, overall I do think that the shading turned out pretty nicely. It is kind of rough because I don't really have any in between purples, but yeah, also for the wings it was kind of hard to find a colour, as I had a perfect marker for this, but it was sadly run out, so yeah. And I also wanted to mention that through my videos I will be adding like just a maximum of 30 seconds just to leave some music, because I just don't want to be blabbing for like 10 minutes about my process for the drawing, and so hopefully that will make it more entertaining. But anyways, here is the finished drawing. I do think it looks quite alright, however she does look like a baby, so yeah, I hope that the creator of this original character loves it, because I think it's really cute. So moving on to the next one. The next OC was sent to me by Anne, and her name is Yumi the Wit, and she loves singing and dancing, so she's aspiring to be a pop model. She's half Japanese and half Dutch, and she is also born on the 22nd of February. She also stated that she's really kind, so that's really nice. And I also did have a bit of trouble colouring in the hair, because I wasn't really sure what colour it was. It might have just been the way I'm colouring it right now, or it might have just been like a dark blue with purple and pink highlights, so I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but I did try my best. And I do think it looks like candy at the end, which is a vibe that I think is really cute. So yeah. I did also spend a lot of time trying to shade in the skin, as it was originally super pale and I wanted it to make it look in depth without changing the skin tone of it. So sorry if it's not the right hue, but in the end I do think it turned out pretty well blended. I just wish that I could have added more shadows. And also I would love for any of you guys to leave me some video suggestions. I know that you always ask me for some, but I want to pick some that I actually think would be really fun to do and pretty creative. So yeah, if you have any, then please let me know down in the comments. And honestly, I cannot go about how hard shading the skirt was, as I don't know, it was just really difficult. But here is the finished result. I hope you like it. And Yumi is such a cute OC, like just look at her, she's adorable, and I absolutely love her design. So yeah, that is the finished result of her. So moving on to the next OC. So the last but definitely not least is an OC which is called Sarah, sent to me by Lara Frank, if you guys know her. So yeah, and her name is Sarah and she is 23 years old. She lives in Australia in an apartment that she shares with her best friend Sunny, and Sunny is Sarah's dog. She leads a pretty normal life there, but then she gets an opportunity to have her dream career of being a professional volleyball player. But it's in Florida, away from all her family and friends and home. But it's an amazing opportunity for her and she has to take it. The coach for the teams is called Dolphins, is pretty well known and respected, so she was going to have to work hard to impress her. The schedule for practice wasn't too harsh, so she would have time to work on a book she was writing about spies. She has loved spy shows since she was little, and she found a good apartment for her and Sunny and started trying to find a good place she could work weekends. She was a hard worker with lots of energy and wanted to earn the most money possible when she was far from home. She thought everything through and she thinks she is ready for this challenge. My voice was really boxy here because I was reading it straight from the email they sent me. But yeah, in other words, she is an amazing character with a really nice backstory, and honestly she was my favourite to colour just because of her colour scheme, and I don't know, I just think it's really cute and pastel-y. So yeah, I really love this. The hair in the original drawing was more of a darker sandy colour, but for some reason on the camera the hair looks really yellow when in reality it does not look that yellow. It looks more closer to the original photo, but I'm not really sure why it looks so yellowy, but it's not like that in real life, which is something that does happen very often to me. I'm not sure if anyone else thinks the same thing, but colouring in jeans is just so fun. It's so underrated, and I absolutely just love the process of colouring jeans, as I add a lot of purple hues to it, so it makes it look really bright and vibrant, which is something I love in my art. As you can tell, it's very colourful and it is not dull at the slightest. So yeah, honestly this is super duper obvious, but I have a huge struggle drawing any type of animal. I'm not sure why that is, probably because of my lack of practice, but that is definitely something that I need to get around doing and actually learning how to doing. So yeah, here is the finished result for this drawing, and I think it turned out really cute. So again, thank you so much for everyone who watched and who stuck to the end, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.